everyone, welcome back to Study Sip Save. So this is my June budget with me. So I just received my paycheck. This will be to last me for the rest of June and up until roughly the same date in July, so the 26th of July. And yeah, couple things to talk about in this video, so let's get started straight away. So you'll see in my ready to assign I've got £2,246.24. This is finally my first kind of paycheck that's kind of an accurate representation of my new salary from my promotion. So this is not prorated, and it also accounts for I increased my pension contributions as well. So this is great. So I'm excited to see what I can do with this. Let's get started. So I'm just going to go to June just to see what's going on for the rest of the month. So I have a wedding to go to at the beginning of July, and also I'm going back to my hometown for a couple of weeks for a holiday. I've got annual leave booked off for 2 weeks, so I won't have to account for transportation to work in that week, so or 2 weeks. So yeah, let's have a look. Okay, let's start with overspending. I'm going to cover all of these just because I have some people who need to reimburse me, like my work and things like that, but I'm just going to cover it because then when that money comes in I'll just move it somewhere else. So let's start from the bottom. I've just got £12 overspending in groceries, so I'm covering that with ready to assign. PyCharm, this is something I'm using for a course. I only have to use it for a couple months, so I really like the functionalities that the IDE gives you. It's really handy if you're a beginner and you're coding and stuff like that. So yeah, I just paid the monthly subscription, and I will cancel that when I'm finished the course because I think I will have this paid for by my work, so this is fine. So I'll cover that from ready to assign. And then, like I said, this is an app I use to track expenses with me and my housemate. But a couple things happened this month that meant that we don't really owe each other anything because things kind of evened out. So I will just cover these, and then reimbursements is just from travel from work. I'm not sure if I got it from this paycheck, so I'm just going to cover it anyway, but if not, I'll get it in a week or two. So yeah, that's fine now, and I'll just move it to another area. So let's start from the top. Nothing in holding. Credit card automatically goes in there from the assigned categories anyway when I spend. And then let's start here. This was a jacket I had, but I'm actually going to delete this because it's all paid off anyway. And the money hasn't come out of my account. It was just it was zeroed out, basically. So let's start with, let's go to the views. This is the current check, so let's expand all of these. So firstly, let's start with rent. That's 600 paid every month. I'm going to fully cover bills, then my housemate doesn't owe me anything. So let's do that. Internet is £10. Did I snooze this month? I did. Let's put it in this month and then it will roll over to next month. Right, groceries. I'm just gonna put 40 in there, and that will roll over if I don't need it. Transportation, let me just check my calendar, that will be helpful to see if I need to travel to work any more time in June, which I don't, so I will just factor in costs for the weekend transportation, so that's a maximum of £9 each day I could spend. So let's just put in 20, just round that up. Work meals, I won't need to go into work, so that's fine, I'll leave that. Toiletries, I'll put 20 in there and let that roll over. Dental is funded, and then I'll just cover all of my giving categories by selecting all and clicking underfunded. Now let's go to July to the month before check and do all of these. So I put £200 every month in my emergency fund. Let's scroll down and see what month we're in and whether we can adjust. So that will be 59% funded for a 6-month emergency fund. So let's adjust that. I'll also cover all of these bills here. Then my housemate doesn't owe me for anything. Let's go for covering all of these as well. Canva, Spotify subscription, family subscription, and my online course. Let's fund all of those. And then let's fund groceries, transportation, etc. So 3 weeks is 120, £40 each week. Transportation, I do £70 a week, but let's have a look at my calendar to see. I'll need transportation money for the first week and for the week of the 21st, so let's put in 2 weeks worth. So let's just put in 140. And then that looks like it's done. It's showing up here 1, 2, 3, 4 as a 4-week month, but that looks like there's 5 weeks. Let me just double check this again. So I'll need transportation for the first week of July. I can skip. Actually, no, I won't. I'm not working. Right, let's just reset this. So the first week of July, I don't need it. Second week of July, I will need it, so that's 70. Third week of July, I don't need. Fourth week of July, I won't need as well. And then the last week of July will be covered by my next paycheck, so I'll do 70. And then factor in for weekends, so let's just add 30 into that, so £100. That should be enough to last me the whole month. Let's do work meals. When am I in work? Just that week, so let's do 15. That should be enough. Actually, did I put some in this month? No, I didn't. Okay, yeah, let's put 15. Toiletries and health, I'm gonna let that roll over, but I'll actually add in 10, so that's 15. And then let's cover dental, which is £7.03. And then let's look at all to see what I've missed. Yeah, let's cover MacBook. I'm just going to cover this and this. TV subscriptions. This is Amazon Prime and Netflix. I also share this with someone else, so that's that. And then I'm saving up for the annual subscription so I can save some money. How much does that save? Yeah, a saving of $12.88, which is about 1.5 months of payments for that. So that's great. Then let's go YNAB subscription. And I'm also saving for the annual subscription. And I think I put in what this saves me as well. No, I didn't. I have to work that out as well. It's just a bit difficult because it goes out in dollars. So what I would pay is the exchange rate through my bank. So I'll just leave that. And then Wonky Coffee, I just left because I have so many pods to get through, so many coffee pods to get through, that it's not 100% necessary for me to fund this. So I've put the date when it would come out, so it's set to come out in September. So I've just left that. And yeah, I'll do sinking funds last, but I'm going to need to fund this so it's fully funded. Let's fund holiday 45, 46. I might move this out because I'm not sure if I'm actually going on holiday or not. And then let's leave giving and wish farm. So let's go back to June. Is there anything I've missed in here? I don't think there is. Actually, I don't. Let me zero this, go back here, put in 30 here, just so it's nice. And oh, I know what I'm missing. I missed funding the things that will go out in July for gifts. So I'll do that, and then I'll click this one, and I can't snooze it because it's in the next month, so we'll do that next time. Yeah, let's put money in here, 41.67. Actually, I'll move that out if I don't think I need it. That's everything. Wish farm, I had a category for a battery replacement, but because I funded it and then I spent it, I deleted the category and moved it into a new category, Wish Farm Holding. So you'll see at £85, that's my battery replacement. Let's see, what do I need? I put money in there. I think this is just money for me to do whatever I want. Let's double check. I know what I'm missing. Let's go to August and half fund my council tax, because that goes out at the end of the month, but I think it's almost a month ahead, but it's not. It goes out at the beginning of the month. So this paycheck, I funded with my last paycheck the council tax payment that's going out next week. So this paycheck will basically pay for the 3rd of August. So let's divide that by 2. Now I have an accurate... Oh, should we refresh? There we go. Now what? Now what? I'm confused what I'm gonna do. I don't need this because I'm gonna get a refund from I bought a dress basically and I'm returning it, so I'll get that refunded and that will go back into the category. Then it will be fully funded, and I'm going to use this to fund nails and things like that. So let's do this. I think let's do some sinking funds now. So I'm going out this weekend. So I'm going to do my sinking funds in here and then just let them roll over, I think, into the next month. So let's see. yeah, it was a bad month for dining out. I'm not too pleased with this amount of spending, but I have the money, so it's fine, and I'm still saving. But yeah, I think it's because I'm working and then I'm doing a course in the evening, so a lot of it is just me grabbing dinner on the way home before class. So yeah, this doesn't just include like actually physically sitting in a restaurant, but if I want to grab something to take home, or if I'm grabbing a sandwich while I'm out, that all goes towards dining out. So that's that one. But yeah, let's just put actually let's put it in this one, and then I can take it from this one at a later date. So let's do 50, 80, 30. Nails. I'm gonna fund nails because I know I said I get the refund and then I'll distribute that out, but it makes sense to put it here. Do I have anything to do? I don't think so. I think I'm gonna add some more into here, and then I don't know. Do you know what to do with it? So I'm gonna put the rest of it in holding, I think. I'm just gonna fund this so it's fully funded. And I'll add 10 more to here. Actually, instead of putting it in holding, I'm just gonna whack it in the gift categories, and I'll move it out if I need to, and that's funded ahead of time. Now what to do with the last little £8.54. I don't really want any of these things at the moment, so I might actually delete them from my wish list. I think I'm gonna add it to my spendful stash. I think that would be sensible because I'm doing a lot more things this month. So let's put that in there, £8.54. That's everything done. I would show you something which is let's just see if I can try again to see if I can show you the app I use for tracking expenses, shared expenses with my housemate. Oh, it's working now, so let me see if I can drag this over. So I'll show you my actual account so you can see what it's like. So this is example. So here you can see like what me and my housemate do. So for example, here on the 20th we went out to eat and we split that. You write who it's paid by and like how you want it to be shared. So we basically split it, but I paid. And then here we went to a store to buy things for the house and we split that as well. And then this just shows you how we've reimbursed each other. And this, for example, is our bills. And then it will just show you at the end of the month, like who owes who what. So I will go, for example, into here. You can connect your bank account to this, but I've just chosen not to. And then when I basically send it to them, you can zero out the balance and mark it as paid. Or you can just leave it here and basically it will go back and forth between people owing each other things. They also have a sample try count for an example of like a city trip. You can invite people to this. So you can see there's like 3 people, they've each paid for different things of different amounts. So you've got rental car paid by Julia and they want to split that. Oh, there's actually another person. They want to split that 4 ways equally. So it will tell you who's paying for how much of the car rental. And then if you go here, you can see Brian has paid for the picnic, so that's split between 4 people, and then Alex has paid for the hotel. So you can see that maybe Brian owes £5 more because he has a nicer or more expensive room, or he gets a bed to himself and everyone else has to share, or something like that. Just an example. So you can see that, and you can see, like, for example, I think this is, I am Alex in this scenario. So if I go to balances, you can see basically who owes what. So I don't actually need to pay anyone any money, even though Brian and Julia each paid for, like, the picnic and the car. And Julia doesn't technically owe anyone any money, but Brian and Thomas need to pay people. So it will show you that Brian will pay me £31.25 and Thomas owes me £14.50, and then I think he'll owe Julia some money. So it will suggest, like, who pays who. So you can see this here. Thomas owes Julia £24.75. So it's a really, really good way of tracking expenses and not having to worry about throughout the trip who owes people what. Because as soon as, say, Thomas pays for something, these balances will change and who owes people what will change, and everyone will owe. It will basically zero out everything, so people will pay for that. Photos is just, I think here you can, like, if I go into edit, actually I'll show you a new expense. So say, let's do this. Let's go here. Add expense, and this expense is, I'm not actually going to save it because then my housemate will see it. So you can, these were all of the ones that, the categories that were already on the app, and these are just 2 I added because it's just something that me and my housemate do a lot. So you can add a custom category and add, like, an emoji or anything. So say we got groceries and I paid for it today and groceries came to £50, and I want that to split equally between us. So it will do that. I'll click add and it will basically come to there. Income. You can also add here in this little camera a picture of the receipt and everything. So it's really handy. So I really recommend people to check this out if that's something you're interested in. But that's everything I kind of wanted to show you today. Thanks for tuning in. And I shall see you in about a week for my H1 roundup for the first half of 2025. Check out my categories and what do I need to adjust. So thanks for watching, and I shall see you next time. Bye bye.